Welcome to another video, and in today's video we are going to be making wooden rings and destroying them. So I'm going to be going through the whole process of making a ring and then at the end completely destroying it. So stay tuned, it's going to be quite interesting. It's actually going to be pretty scientific, so enjoy. Aside from being eaten alive by mosquitoes out here, I'm also hunting for some wood for today's video to make a wood ring and test it to its limits. So I've been out here for a while, but I just want to show you guys some stuff I'm looking for. So okay, right here. Well, let me set you guys down right here. Let's see. So what you're looking for, let's see, is that in shot? So what you're looking for right here is this kind of piling right here, okay? So you want to just kind of dig around it. And you want to be looking for, see, there it is, here. This is what we're looking for right here. So this is some wood right here. It looks like it's already been eaten by the animals out here. And it already has a price tag on it too for some reason. That's a little weird, but this is what we're looking for. So now we can get to work. So these 3 rings here, I ended up making 3 wood rings. And real quick, I'll just say this one's cherry. I think this one is cocobolo, and then this one right here is stabilized cherry. So the reason that I made 3 wood rings is because of a previous YouTube comment suggesting that I make and test wood rings to their limits, and I thought it was pretty cool, so I decided to make 3 wood rings. And the reason I chose those woods is because cherry is very soft and it is incredibly it's not a very durable wood. So then I also chose the cocobolo because it's a moderately hard wood and it's a little bit more sturdy. And then I chose the stabilized cherry because stabilized woods can hold up the best and they're a lot more waterproof. So we are going to be testing these to their limits, and I will be doing multiple different tests. Some being fire. I'm going to try and put them in fire, see what happens. I'm going to drop some of them just on the ground, see what happens, and then I am going to stick them all in water to simulate washing your hands, and then a few others. So this part of the video might be a little slower, so I'm going to try and go as fast through as I can. So first up, we're going to go ahead and do the water test, because I figured that would be the least physically abusing of the rings, so that way they're not going to be damaged for this test. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you over. It's a little messy, but we're just going to go for it. So here they are. So first up, you can go ahead and notice that, here, let me just go ahead and drop these off. So you can notice that the non-stabilized cherry is actually floating, and the other two have sunk to the bottom, and that's because one is super heavy because it's filled with resin, and the other one is just a more dense wood. So we're gonna go ahead and leave that in there for a little bit and see what happens. So after the first couple minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and dry them off. I think it was like 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna do a couple cycles of this, and then I will tell you what the results are at the end. So let's see, we're gonna go ahead and just do the first little look over after the first cycle here. Okay, so first of all, you can definitely see they've lost their shine. And now, first of all, I'm going to start with the non-stabilized cherry. I'm going to step back from the camera. And you can tell, I can tell, that the wood grain is sticking up already. I can feel that for sure. And overall, it looks like a little fuzzy because the wood grain is popping out. And now, as for the Cocobolo, a lot less. So this one I wouldn't even say is sticking out that much at all, and it really doesn't look bad at all. Actually, this one is pretty good, and the reason for that is because the grains are a lot tighter, so there's less in density. So then with the stabilized ring looks like it's untouched almost. Yeah, it looks untouched. It looks like you just washed it. So as to be expected so far. Back into the water. I'm just going to go ahead and conclude the wooden rings versus water real quick. They've been in here for a very long time. Okay, so the point of this test is just to show you, if you have a wood ring, don't wash your hands with it on. Take it off, wash them, dry, put it back on. Generally, if I ever did make a wood ring, I don't usually like to because the durability purposes, but if I ever do, I put a coating on them. But for now, here is the final result on this test. They've lost almost all their shine so far. Again, the regular cherry it's actually kind of squishy now. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of squishy. And then the Cocobolo one, pretty good, and the stabilized cherry, awesome. So these two actually survived really well, but this one did for sure. So stabilized cherry and Cocobolo for the win, and regular wood, not good. Yes, it has started to rain, so I'm just going to talk a little bit louder. And then as for that test, I dropped them on the table and smacked them a little bit against the table, like if you were to hit them with your hand or something like that. And then I dropped them on the rough concrete about 5 times each, real quick. No noticeable damage. I wish I could show you guys like in pictures each time, but that's not worth it because you guys wouldn't really be able to see a difference. So I don't see any. There's no cracks. There's no weird scrapes. There's some concrete dust and dirt on the insides, but for the most part, the wood ring is still squishy from the water. But other than that, they're really good. So we're going to move on to the next test. It is raining again. It stopped and then it started again. These are still very hot, so that is very unrealistic of a test. No one's going to be sticking their hand inside of that hot of a flame. And so let's see. So we're going to go ahead and start with the non-stabilized cherry. Got a nice little burn on the side there. Otherwise, I mean, the water was really what destroyed this one. And now for the Cocobolo. Some of the wood sap, I think, started to kind of leak out. And the grain, no, I don't even know if the grain started popping. Yeah, it's really just that. I don't know if you can see it, but focus. Oh, whatever. Oh well. And lastly, I had to repair this one right here when I was making it because I clamped it too hard in the jaws and broke it. But that super glue that I used ended up popping out, and the whole side here is burnt completely, whereas this side isn't. And yeah, I mean, that's really it for this one. The resin they used to stabilize it ended up burning off, so. I think there's one more test left to do, and then the video will be over. I have absolutely no idea why I'm doing this. Also, new hairstyle. So on Instagram, I said I would do things that they wanted me to do to the rings, and someone said chew it. I thought they were joking, but just in case, I don't want to exclude them. So I should have done this before. Really bad. I don't recommend this. Well, I guess that's over. New day, and I ended up smashing them with a big block of carbon fiber. I realized I was thinking of maybe just giving them to people for fun, but they were so destroyed that I just thought it'd be fun to smash them. So they're all in pieces now, and I'm gonna say the tests really were pretty, I mean, I kind of knew that was going to happen in the end, so that's good that my idea was supported. So, like I said, the regular cherry wood completely failed in every test almost, and then the Cocobolo, that moderate, and then the stabilized cherry was definitely the best. So yeah, that's pretty obvious if you think about it. And I have to say that these tests are pretty, at least the only one that was really even close to regular was the dropping and the water one. Otherwise, the other ones were pretty, not even really real tests. They were just for fun. So the flame, you would never put your hand inside of a flame. You wouldn't even hold a lighter up to your hand. And then as for the smashing, yeah, it would never happen. Someone wanted me to blow them up, but I was late and I had to get the video done, and I don't really know how I'd do that. So maybe another video. But I hope you guys liked it. Keep an eye out for more videos every Monday, and hopefully every Saturday are going to be little short tool tip clips. So keep an eye out, stay tuned, and thank you for watching.